Hi, it's Arnie again with the Monday Morning Cafe, and we have a special treat today. We have Al with us, Al Trestrail, one of our leading residential warranty salespeople.
Hey Arnie, I appreciate the introduction and thanks for inviting me on the show.
So Al, you've been with us about 3 years now, you're successful. What are maybe a couple items that have worked for you?
Well, Arnie, I'll give you three. And you and I both have always been big on goals and setting standards for ourselves, you know, on tracking things and who's doing what and how are they doing it. And number one is activity breeds success. And in our business, success is getting office meetings and talking with realtors and doing association meetings and anything that we can do to expose ourselves and to help realtors is our business. I do 75 office visits every single week in, week out. And making office visits is one of the most important things I do. Number two, I do between 60 and 200 what I call personalized packages to realtors every day. And that includes new things that we have coming out, new products, new services, new thoughts, new ideas, and it's personalized with their picture on it, and it has our warranties in it and the different things that we have coming up and the different offerings for them, and it's just a personalized package. And eventually I get to all the realtors that I know about in the area that I work with. And the third one is, how do you keep in contact with them? And I, believe it or not, have found that Facebook for me has been a great tool, not only to keep up and stay in contact and learn about other realtors as well. And every day I try to add 3, 4, 5 realtors to my list. And it's a great way to communicate, and I actually get business. I mean, they'll say, hey Al, I need this and this, give me a call, or they'll actually, in the message section, they'll give me the information and say, I need this warranty, I'm closing on such and such a date. It's been a pretty amazing tool.
That's great. I can remember when you first came in, and I said, Al, are you on Facebook? And you said, well, maybe, and
I didn't even know.
And you had like 18 or 20 friends or something like that. And I said, Al, let me show you a little bit about Facebook and how you can use it, how I use it. And gradually you just start adding realtors to your Facebook. And now, how many realtors do you have on there?
About 2,200 right now.
2,200 realtors on your Facebook page. And I noticed that you forward a lot of postings of listings and that kind of thing for realtors, and they love that.
One of the things that I think is important is to, and I always have, is to support the industry that you're in. And if I can share a listing or a listing that's about to come on the market with 2,200 realtors, I think that I'm doing a service not only for that realtor, but the other realtors that are my Facebook friends, exactly, and supporting the industry as well.
Right. Yeah, it's kind of amazing what social media's done. I found that I get more actual appointments for meeting realtors through Facebook than I do any other way. But anyhow, that was one item. Then one of the other ones you mentioned was this personalized package scenario. And I have to say that I've had a couple of salespeople in the past few years, and I had suggested they do personalized packages, and they didn't do it. Al was one of the first ones that actually did what I suggested, I guess. And the amazing part, the personalized packages came from this reason, or for this reason. When we're locked out of a real estate company, and when I say locked out, that means they have a contract with some other warranty company, and therefore they're not going to accept us to do sales meetings, or they don't necessarily even want us hanging around much. But we go after the individual agents. And so how do you do that? So when you walk in to the receptionist in these places, a lot of times they'll accept your literature and then throw it away, or anything, anything's possible. But if you have personalized packages where there's actual package, we call them personalized packages, and they come out of the BAM, believe it or not, that actually has a picture and the contact information of that realtor on the top front page. That receptionist feels obligated to put it in their mailbox. And then when they get to their mailbox, eventually, realtors aren't in the office that much anymore, but when they go to their mailbox, they have a stack of stuff, and they'll start going through it. And when they see their picture, they're more likely, or most likely, to at least look at it and see what it is. And then I think you've had a couple scenarios where people actually called you and said, hey, I'm sick and tired of seeing your picture and my picture on my desk. I think I better order a warranty from you or something. I remember a couple of those. So the personalized packages initially were just for that purpose, to get into offices where we were locked out. And yeah, I found it worked for me, and it certainly has worked for Al too, and he works very hard at doing that. So that's really good.
And a real success story in that situation, and it was a meeting that we set up strictly because of the fact that I had left this realtor and several of this realtor's team members a personalized package. They became unhappy with their current supplier of home warranties and called us in, and it was one of the first ones that I had done. And Arnie came in and helped me make the presentation to this group. There were, I believe, 8 members on the team of this particular real estate team. And they started using us immediately after the presentation. And it was because of the personalized packages. And that has happened time after time after time after time. And it's one thing to go out and make the calls and do the office visits and see if you can run into some realtors. But to actually really make it even more meaningful and better for you as a salesperson is to leave individual packages for the realtors themselves. Some days you'll run into some people, some days you won't. Chances are pretty good that the realtors that you leave those packages for are going to look at them, read them, go through the material. And it works. It's the #1 business getter.
I want to thank you for coming along on Monday morning with our Monday Morning Cafe, and we'll be back again next Monday with some great things for you.